You're listening to the BLT Show with Bev and Tez on Tez FM. This is where the light gets louder
and the noise fades away.
You're listening to the BLT Show with Bev and Tez.
Positive vibes, real talk, Bev and Tez.
Did you feel it? Did you feel it? That's all I want to know is, did you feel it? Bev and I will be right back right after this.
It all got quiet, but nothing felt calm. Like every answer was hiding in the wrong.
We try to breathe through everything we kept, but unfinished business never really rests.
February came with a different tone. Truth in the mirror, standing alone. Why am I asking for what is mine? Why does freedom feel like a crime? Old systems cracking under the weight of every role I learned to play.
Something shifted deep inside, like every truth I used to hide was knocking louder than before. I can't ignore it anymore.
Did you feel it? Did it hit you too? When the past comes crashing through
This is where the light gets louder.
And the noise fades away.
You're listening to the BLT Show with Bev and Tez. Hey, you ready?
Let's go!
It's the BLT Show!
With Bazooka Larry.
Hey! Are you blushing, sir? And babe, ooh, baby. Permit for that wonder of the world.
Buttons pushing, fingers gliding, jersey bounce, no place to hide in. Got you laughing, got you shaking.
Goofy grinning.
No mistaking,
It's the BLT Show!
it's wild, it's loose, it's right. It's a BLT show. Tuesday nights, turn up the lights.
BLT, Bazooka, Larry, and Bevy.
Oh, Bevy.
Oh, Howie. How are you? How you doing?
Better now that you're here.
I know. I'm back.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Did you feel it? If anybody was starting to elevate with us, did you feel it?
Oh, my good God. It was
Last
more
time-
turbulent.
Told you, February 17th.
God
There
almighty.
is, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
The celestial.
clue.
Okay?
Oh, astronomically.
Yeah.
It's in the astro thing.
Astrologically. It has a lot to do.
Full
What does
moons,
church
waxy
teach you?
moons.
Stay away from it. It's evil. What? To have your purpose revealed to you? That's a sin? I don't think so. Nope. But let's see. When were we live last Tuesday? A lot has happened. Oh my God. All right. So you know what happened before with her best friend. Okay. We never mention names.
No.
We don't ever
don't.
do anything wrong. We're
An
telling you a situation.
Acquaintance from my past.
So I'll talk about me. Okay. So look, when I
Oi,
elevated,
was you trying to say
I was-
okay? Like a Londoner, okay.
no, it's more like the guy who does the cancer reels on TV. Or the guy who mimics, when he's talking about different astrological signs and he goes, oh, really? Okay. I'll get, so anyway.
Anyway,
Squirrel
sorry. Squirrel moment.
I'll talk about me. I was in
about
a
you?
relationship, helping myself, growing, elevating higher, raising my vibration. We were opposites to begin with, but I thought we had something in common. But when I started, she didn't know who I was anymore. And that's what happens, because true friends who really support you will ride with you as you're going up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shut up. No, we haven't had sex yet, okay? I know. That's what I'm saying. Something happened on the plane on the way over here. And
The one
Satan
freaking time.
arrived here.
Do you know what? This is my 9th trip, I think. 8th, 9th. And out of that, I sit there and pay me 30 odd quid for Wi-Fi. And it's £2. No, for 2 hours, it's 29 quid. And for the whole flight, which is 8.5, it's about 32 quid. Never works. Pay it.
Never.
Don't work. Right. On this occasion, it freaking worked. Oh my God, I wish it had never worked.
Oh, but in the beginning, you and I were, it was great. Even though the morning started off bad. She was late getting in the cab for whatever, something her
15
brother did,
minutes.
I don't know. But I didn't know that. And I even gave her an extra 20, right?
He does worry about me. He does.
I learned from my past mistakes. So when I called her, she's just getting in the cab. No power bank, no nothing. At least she had the wedding ring on, right? So she gets on the plane. We've worked it out where, okay, I'm on the Uber ride. When you exit, let me know when you're at the terminal, baby. So, but she always messaged me through TSA, blah, blah, blah. I'll call you when I get to the terminal. And she did. Everything was good. Take off. I always get, no, I'm not going to say it. Nope. I see more than I should when she goes on
The
the
funny
plane.
thing was that the Wi-Fi on this occasion, we were talking on the phone, and we were on the runway.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, now a lot of the time, as you go on the gangway to get on the plane, it cuts off, right? And it certainly
Every
does,
time.
It certainly does in the US, right? The US, they're really hot on it, and it stayed on. And I'd sort of got the phone down by my arm, and sitting in the seat, still talking, taxiing. The doors closed, taxi, still talking. In fact, we took off.
There's a screenshot. I mean, I videos record. You know, I screen recorded our FaceTime, our WhatsApp, and you could see her freezing, and we're just fixing to get cut off, and you see me in the upper right hand corner going, "I love you."
I think we was over Newcastle by then.
Kids.
I think it was over Newcastle by then. Strange things happened in Newcastle. Hey, Sandy.
Is Sandy there? Hi, Sandy. Everybody who's there, I love you all. Who? Elaine?
So, anyway.
Hello? Elaine, that's your next door neighbor, right?
Yeah.
Elaine Teresa?
And it was a very difficult journey for me coming back because, and I want to thank you right at the top of the show for everybody that has sent me good wishes for Jeff.
Jeff.
Because Jeff has been my rock through all the crap.
Yeah.
And he wasn't well.
It was down to the wire.
He was down to hours.
She
and I
took
didn't know.
him in, what, Friday? The first time? Yeah.
I can't
Or was it
remember.
Thursday? Anyway, had she not, he'd be dead.
Insisted on blood work being done. And they was going to do it that day, and they said, I'll come back tomorrow, which at the time I was a bit pissed off about, but it actually worked because when I went back the next day, Jeff had deteriorated so much that they said, we'll do the bloods, wait here. And it found his blood sugar was off the charts. He was in
Catatonic, like a catatonic state.
DK something they call it, right? So basically, his body's crying out for insulin, he's got glucose, and his organs are starting to shut down. So they said, we'll take him, come back in 5 hours.
Now
you've got to
keep
take
in
him somewhere
mind,
else. But they said it's not good.
This is after, right?
All
the
the other
text
crap.
message, all the from the friend.
I was after all that crap.
Yeah, it was
There was a-
after. So not only did she have a meltdown, let me explain what a meltdown is.
Without going down it too much.
A meltdown is when someone with ADHD is
Or anybody.
bombarded with too much information, too many feelings, too many whatever, and they can't handle it. She escapes. She's got 5 to 15 mad brains going on at once. That's why I call it a meltdown. This is not trashing her. I could call it an episode, but it just sounds worse to me, you know?
ADHD is sensory. When it goes over that, then it goes into your fight or flight. So then, and I was going, my brains go like that in bowling alleys. But then they go across that way. And to get rid of them, you've always got to like shut the lid on each one and they go.
It's crazy
And
what
they
I've
stay
learned.
open. And if they stay open too long, you get another one because you're protecting yourself. It's like your body's going into emergency.
It got so bad, I had to ask ChatGPT, this is what's going on. It helped me understand. And seriously, I mean...
And it has been 2 weeks of hell for very
solid.
different reasons.
And let me go from there because I think we didn't play Not 1 Millimeter last week, did we? No.
I don't know if we did not.
On our page, I made a big post. I posted the lyrics first, and I said, my beautiful bride to be, in the middle of her chaos, found time and emotion to write the lyrics to this song. So I want you to hear it. This is why I love this woman.
But I'm big on it. I'm big on get your emotions out because I couldn't get it out. And when I can't get it out because my brain works faster than my mouth and my hands, like, you know. So I end up going, and the stammer comes back. Now, I had a stammer when I had my stroke when I was 29.
That's right.
It's always a sign of tiredness. This is a sign of frustration. Of I need to say it, and I can't get it out. And it was, I've been accused of like being victim. I always play the victim. It's always somebody else's fault. When I was very, very ill years ago, I did things that I weren't happy about or weren't embarrassed about. It's a bit like when you have too many drinks or you do something stupid, and then you've got to face those people. When you're in a mental health breakdown, you sort of know, but you can't help what's happening. Never do you expect that to come back and smack you in the face years later. And I had that. And I had some other issues that I was trying to deal with, private issues. And it was hell. And on top of that, I had Jeff. On top of that, in my head, this was my last 2 weeks in the UK as me. Because when I come back next time, I'm with Larry. Next time I come back, we've had our ceremony.
Right.
So I wanted to put everything to bed as me. So I put extra pressure on myself. And I had it all planned, what I was going to do. Jesus H. Sorry, mate. But it just didn't go to plan. It went so far off the rails. But Jeff was ripping my heart. And I actually said at one point, I can't even say the words, but if he passes, that is like Jeff handing over the
reins to me, because
Larry.
he helped from the day she was thrown out of that house. She had a shirt on her back and her dog. She went to her mom's. Her son drove her there, and she built her life back up. And it wasn't easy. And I understand what that's like, losing your identity. Only I lost mine maybe 5-10 years ago. She lost hers 40 years ago. So it takes time. But I'm going to tell you what, I had her pegged. I knew who she was, and she did not disappoint. So we're going to play Not 1 Millimeter. That's the song that Bev
I
wrote for
always
me.
say write things out. So
And
I wrote it out.
we'll come back and do some more talking. The shows are trying to be kept to an hour. And we're going to
Please
play.
put your questions in. I am trying to keep on up to date with things.
Yeah, let me see. We
You
can
too,
shout out.
Caroline. Can't wait to see you.
Caroline. Hey, babe. Hey, babe. Did I just say babe?
Caroline. He is.
I'm wired.
He went for a blood test today. So it was Friday. Went for blood test. It's supposed to be yesterday. It was today. He's still off the charts, but they've increased his insulin to 6 units twice a day. They said it might take a few weeks, but they said he's bright. He is now eating. He's still losing weight, so he's down to 12.45 kilos. So he's lost another 300 grams or whatever it is. I mean, he looks even more lumpy because now he's got no fat around him. But he is walking. I mean, I literally had to hold him up to drink water when I took him in. So thank you. He is doing better.
That was what we wanted to do, was
I'm just
definitely thank
hoping.
you.
So
That's the
I had
power
to go then.
of energy.
But I do believe there was a lot of help with that, with everybody that sent their wishes and all what you did.
Look on our page. I made a post that I was a little hesitant. Forget the flat earth crap. Just if I post something on our page, it is having to do with opening your third eye, raising your vibration, elevating your consciousness, and the like. ADHD, another topic we talk about, and relationships. We're going to tell you what she brought back with her by accident, and it wasn't a tangible object.
No,
It
I'm good.
was
I'm trying to think what it is.
Negative energy.
Oh, God, yeah.
And today's the first day we've had a clear day. More on that. Here's Bev's song, Not 1 Millimeter.
No.
Thanks, baby. I love you so much.
I love you too, baby.
And the noise fades away.
You're listening to the BLT Show with Bev and Tez.
fire. Call it love, call it saving grace. Burn my hand just to feel needed. Lose myself to keep my place. I was the calm in other people's chaos, the strong one no one saw break down. I wore the weight like it was armor, while I was slowly sinking down. You didn't cage me, you didn't chain me, you didn't tell me who to be. You just stood still in the middle of it and let the storm break over me. And I know you don't own me, you don't control me, you don't tighten your hand, you just hold the line beside me. So I remember I can't stand. I know this isn't power, this isn't pride, this isn't ego or claim. You don't stand in front to block me, you stand beside my flame. I didn't ask you to stand there, didn't script what you should say, didn't need you to defend me or chase the ghost away. You never claimed the role of savior, never wore it like a crown. You just stepped into the silence when the noise was pulling down. No pressure, no proving, no ego on display. You just were what you are and you stayed. Oh, whispers tried to find the cracks, soft and slow, like they always do. Are they real truths that she has told you? Do you know who she's been to you? Fragments from my darkest seasons, pieces trusted when I was weak, sacred truths I'd given gently, not for leverage, not to break. They waited for the flicker, for doubt to cross your face, but not 1 millimeter, not one breath, not one fracture. You didn't move. I know you don't rescue me, you don't rule me, you don't build a wall around. You just stay when it gets heavy and refuse to let me drown. I know this is steady, this is grown, this is fire without the fear. You don't shrink when I rise higher, you don't disappear. You saw me when the deepest hurts came crashing through my skin, when family felt like ransom notes and I was bargaining within. You held the parts I'd only trusted when I was dark and aching low, not as weapons, not as judgment, just truth that we both know. You were tested and you didn't move a millimeter. I know you don't cage me, you don't claim me, you don't silence who I am. You just hold the line beside me like a mountain in the sand. I know this is trust, this is belief, this is love that will not bend. You didn't flinch, you didn't break, you didn't turn, and I will never forget that. Not 1 millimeter, my friend. If you've been tested, if you've been shaken, if they tried to steal your ground, stand steady, stand certain. Real love doesn't turn around.
That's right.
That's right.
if you got a soul, I know we create strange music, but if it wasn't sounding like that, you wouldn't hear all the pain Beverly went through. How she saw me through her pain, which I'm going to cry. I have yet to cry on air, but this woman, in the midst of her meltdown, found somehow a way to write that shit. And it hit
shit,
me
was
hard.
it?
Shut up.
Howie. No, it is. I mean, the one true constant, and all that was going on around me. Normally, 3 months ago, he wouldn't have known a thing.
You'll have to excuse me because we already lived through this, but we're living through it again because we're telling you. So,
and when we live it through, it's like it's somebody else's story.
Kind of,
like we
but
was
I know.
watching it. But he wouldn't have known this 3 months ago. But it got to a point, what we've talked about, and I went, I need your help. Because I couldn't, and all I was doing was jumping down his throat. And that was another shift for me, to actually let somebody into that next level. And now, he has seen every single, there is not one thing in my life that he doesn't know about. And if anyone came to me and said, I'm going to say this, does he know that? And I go, yeah. And he had it with
And my ex tried to do the same thing to her.
Yeah.
She made some comment that would have made me look like a real dick. And I said, no, the context was other people say that. And I laughed because it's not true. I'm not going to say what it was. It's irrelevant. What I'm saying is that
she was very much like, well, what about this? And what about that? I went, look, I can be your sounding board. I can be your counsellor. There is nothing you can say I don't know. And for me, I thought I wasn't looking to be in a relationship at all. And then when I realised I was going to be in a relationship, I just thought, right, let's go with this. And everything, bit by bit, came out.
And it's
and he's
it was
involved.
rough.
But these 2 weeks, geez Louise. And if I ever wanted the Wi-Fi not to work, it was this freaking trip. Because not only we was all right, and all of a sudden,
And
these messages kept coming in. I was like, And then what happened was, because you're flying and we're going through turbulence, at one point I went to the toilet. It was like I was skateboarding or something. I was like standing, my knees are going up. Whoa, whoa. When you're sitting down, you don't feel the turbulence. When you're standing up, now I know why they tell you to sit down.
and you're in the tail. Well, near.
I was on the wing bit and I was on the engines. And I'm like, whoa, whoa. See, and I don't like fairground rides. And it was all a bit much. You know, because I was in them bigger seats, that's all I can say.
When that Wi-Fi.
But and it had a delay on it. Now, there's one thing with me, and I don't know if it affects anybody else, and at times over the months when we've had an argument, before you made a massive change, he would go, and I'm useless at texting. People get texting me and I go, what do I think that means, right? Even when I talk it, and he can fire off, and it will go, doo, doo.
I voice to text. All you got to do is talk.
Yeah, I do that. I do talk. Look how bad they come out when I talk. Right?
I could read you some.
Right.
It'd be like, look,
Even
I don't know
I
what's
read
going on, but the rooster has to go to the toilet or something stupid like that. And it's like, huh? And of course, I'm thinking it's something really important. So I'm hammering away at her. And there's a delay.
I beg your pardon?
Because it shows sent here, it hasn't gotten to her.
And
These apps
I read them
are
back,
ridiculous.
right? And I go, what the fuck? What does that mean? And I don't even know. And I said it. Right? And then, but it drives me mad because you get that and of course I had headphones in, so it's getting me even later. And I'm going, stop bloody texting me. And then they held up, and I think, all right, he's listening. And then you start texting something, like, do. And I'm, how's he doing this quick? Because there was a delay, because the Wi-Fi was coming in and out.
So she thinks
And then-
I'm not listening to her. Like I
I'm
said,
like, you're not listening to me.
the one time we wouldn't have cared because we don't care about the Wi-Fi. We go away for 8 hours. She'll tell me when she touches down, and then I usually get 20 messages, that she's created
Rebecca
during the
was
flight.
54.
The one time I was on the way to get her, 54 messages coming while I'm driving.
Right, so it's a bit wrong.
But
And
let me tell you what happened.
God, and it affected me because I promised him when I come back here, I am not bringing any of this back with me. It'll all be fine. And it started before I left, really. And then I moved the goalpost a little bit because it was like when I get on the plane.
Yeah,
And then it went to when I get off the plane, and he had done something no one's ever done for me. So now, another story of the
Look,
latest.
when she brags about me, I'm very humbled. I don't do things for recognition. I
you
do
don't.
them because that's how I'm wired. It's just the way I am.
So going back many trips ago, he had said to me, when you walk outside the terminal, there's taxis there, right? And I went, no, I'm going to get an Uber. Now that is portrayed as you will do what you want just to get your own way. Now it has to be the way Bev wants it, right? So I'm
But
going,
that taxi ride was not what it was yesterday.
right, so I get
He
an
ripped you
Uber,
off.
someone nicks my Uber. Anyway, it takes longer. That was another journey from hell, right? So during my flight, I've been pulled over 3 times for texting live. And I went, no, I'm not. I'm making voice notes. And as I've done it, I've switched the screen. I don't know what there was, but there wasn't WhatsApp on there. And they said it interferes with the captain's instruments. I thought my arms ain't that long.
So what
And,
the heck? Why have Wi-Fi if you're not allowed to text?
He missed that. So anyway,
I didn't miss it.
and yeah, you will when you get him back. Anyway, so that's Anthony. He reads it back and he goes, oh. So now I'm paranoid, right? So I have never done this. All of you that know me know that my left foot is fixed in a position. I wear an air cast on my left foot. Since 2006, I've never worn a pair of shoes. It was the very last thing I told Larry about me. And so he always says to me, why don't you get assisted? No, I don't need that. No. My mum's next door neighbour, Elaine, goes, I can't believe you walked back carrying all them bags. I'm all right. It's killing me, but I still do it.
Stubborn.
Right, stubborn, yeah. So anyway, now I'm thinking I want to get through and out and home as quick as I can. So I walk back. I've got a sports bag. Something else you didn't understand. I've checked in 2 bags. And I've got I had a family of 3. The mummy, daddy, the baby, the Goldilocks story. But I've got a little bag. Because normally I've got a holdall with a holdall inside. So when I go duty free, I've got another bag. This is what I did. But this time I thought I'd be clever. I have one on wheels, so I'm not like that, trying to carry 2 great big bags. So of course then we go a different gate, and I've got too many bags to check on the plane. Christmas Day, when I flew, I had
going
5
too far
bags.
off topic.
So anyway,
Bring back.
I'm walking back. This bag I've got has got 4 bottles of vodka, a bottle of Baileys, and a bottle of limoncello. Never get checked. Thank you. Right? So as I'm walking up, I'm struggling to carry these bags. And this bloke went to me, would you like assisted? Now I'm thinking I've got to get back to snow camp as soon as possible. So I went, yeah, all right. And I was so embarrassed. Because I was sitting there and there's always people walking past me and they probably look at me, she looks fit and healthy. You know what I mean? 'Cause I've got big wide bottoms on so I can't see anything. Anyway, cut long story short, once we got going, it was like, Roadrunner. I went round all around the outside of them and I went right to the front of the queue, a whole plane. Right? And I go through passport control. I'm like that. My hand up there. Can you do your fingerprint? Yeah, all right. And I'm feeling like, oh, I feel guilty like that. Really, what? Oh, yeah, forgot about that. So anyway, we get through. However, I've been pulled up 3 times. No, 4.
I'm
And
going
I've
to
got the woman
condense
behind
this.
me.
So she's freaking out, paranoid that the stewardess follows her out of the plane. She thinks she's in trouble.
I think about
all
getting
right?
nicked.
Then she gets, did you bring any money to America?
Yeah,
How much
never.
money did you bring? All these questions that are never asked.
No.
And with her charm / quick wit, she could get herself out of murder pretty much. I mean, not really, but you know what I mean. So, but what happened is, and I'll try to make this fast. She got here. The cab charged her $170 for an hour ride, 60 miles.
Price of the Uber.
And then had the balls. He ripped her off because she's English. Okay?
On my own.
Plain and simple.
I'd got an Uber to the airport when I left.
A beautiful lady took her to the airport. It was $70.
$70. I tipped for 20.
And it's flat rate. When you go from the airport somewhere, it's a flat rate. It just always is. Anyway, so she gets here. And
My
I'm
tip
waiting
was
for her
don't
to
get off
come
a moving
in, right?
bath.
I have all this decorations and I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. She comes in. Then she's out. I wait a while. I go out. I'm like, Bev, I'm in the back. What are you doing in the back? I don't know what was going on.
I knew.
A half an hour to get her in the house.
Because I was trying to get the bags in and everything. Because I knew I could see something.
And
He
then-
put something out.
It
You lost
started.
it.
It was, it was the whole nightmare all over again because I knew. And there wasn't enough time between the last thing and the departure. Plus, on the plane, she got even worse crap.
How would
And
that be from
you know
different
what the
angles?
show is about? Well, now we're creating fake profiles to try to attack her. So I had to get a lawyer. And
And the
we
rest
hope
is
it
history.
stopped. Because
But all it
American
is-
law is a bit different
Sure.
than
I couldn't
UK
believe it.
law.
I could not believe it.
America.
If I've got in and I've lost it. If I'd had the plane
America.
journey, if I'd had the plane journey with no Wi-Fi, I would have just sat there, had a sleep, got it
And
all out
found the
system.
message a day or two later.
Yeah, because everyone knows what I'm like with checking messages, right?
But imagine what she felt then 2 days after arriving here. Anyway, dark energy walked in the door.
It was horrible.
It was attached to her. Don't care what anybody
No, it was.
says. I know. And I'm going to confess how bad it got. Nothing happened. It was, she got in
All
the
what we
door
talked
at
about.
7 p.m., 7:15. She didn't come into bed with me till 12:30. Do the math. What were you doing for 5 hours? You missed me for 2 weeks. This is not her. Now, I dealt with that. Didn't really bitch. Didn't show my ass. Nothing. But
I wanted you to.
yesterday, it was still happening. First thing in the morning, bam. I'm like,
And I never wake up like that.
I'm like, where are you? I said, there's something attached. Something is wrong. We got midday. I don't know what time it was, but something I said pissed her off because when she's in a state, she'll pull certain words out and assemble a sentence that isn't what I meant. Not all the time, but we got heated. I came out of the bedroom fast. She came at me and I puffed up right in front of my wife to be. I'm puffing up at her in her face, hands behind my back. I would never, ever, ever lay my hands on a woman, but I'll act like a psycho in front of one.
And he did. But
I wasn't going to take it anymore. I just dealt with 2 weeks of this shit. I'm human. How much more do I have to take? But, as Bev says, but. Within
my
5
favourite
minutes,
word.
we went from that to this
it was all
because
over.
we kind of knew. Today, beautiful day. Deck, hauling ass. All the railings are put up. They're starting on the risers tomorrow.
We had a nice night as well, though, didn't we?
Yes.
You know, I think we
Because I knew the first night we cuddled, it was like 2 parts of a magnet. I mean, we snuggled, but you'll know. You could feel it. Last night, yeah, we were knocked out 8 straight hours.
And that is all because...
And that's usually what happens.
Yeah, and I felt guilty because I couldn't... I've got such a T-foul coating on me, and he sneaked in. But I got blindsided so badly, and it opened up old wounds, and I couldn't stitch him up because he did not deserve that. You know, yeah, we went through hell at the beginning, but that was my doing. I was getting all this crap out of him, you know. But it is testament to, if you genuinely care about somebody and things have gone astray, is there still a connection, you will find it if you want to. If you can't find it, it's because it's gone.
That's
and
right.
maybe that is an indication that, do you know what? I loved you once, but I don't love you no more.
We got like 17 minutes. I got 2 songs to play for you. We always end it with like a quick chat. And if you dream
But if you've had anything like this, please, again, we are asking for you for comments. We're telling you about our darkest days. We're telling you it ain't all sunshine and roses. It never is. And if it is, you're heading for one big ass crash. But you got to talk things through. But, you know.
It's so much more than that, though. It's about being so full of light that the darkness can't touch you. Okay?
And
anyway,
it's my fault.
This is what our hope is, because on her trip here, I wanted her to feel like she's walking towards ours, our time, our life.
And we are now.
We'll be right back.
My beloved Beverly, as you wake this morning, somewhere between sleep and sunrise, I want you to take a quiet breath and feel the weight of what today truly means. You are not just packing a suitcase, you are closing chapters. You are walking away from years of holding on when you should have been held, from fighting battles that were never meant to be fought alone, from giving love in places where it was not always received, understood, or returned the way your beautiful heart deserved. Today, you leave London as yourself. And the next time you return with me. Your soon-to-be husband, your partner in purpose, your teammate in healing, your witness in truth. Not to replace anything or anyone, because nothing replaces your children, your memories, or the life that shaped you, but to begin something new, to step into a space where love is not rationed, where your voice is not second-guessed, where your worth is not measured in crumbs, where your heart is finally safe enough to rest. You are not losing your past. You are releasing what no longer resonates with the woman you have become. And in doing so, you are making room for laughter on our deck, for quiet evenings wrapped in each other's arms, for family dinners with Ashley and the grandbabies, for music born from peace instead of pain, for a home where standing beside each other is not a promise we make. It's simply who we are. We didn't find each other by accident. Through exhaustion, chaos, time zones, sleepless nights, and the storms of the last 2 weeks, we have stood unwavering. Because what we share isn't convenience. It's alignment. A twin flame, soul-deep connection that keeps choosing love again and again, even when it would be easier to retreat. From this day forward, we walk together in mission, in growth, in truth, in service to others, and in a love that refuses to abandon, diminish, or divide. So as you leave this morning, know this: you are not walking away from your life. You are walking toward ours. And I am already here waiting, not to complete you, but to stand beside the incredible woman who has finally decided she deserves to be loved completely. Always yours, your baby boy, Larry.
What you
What do
actually
you want
should
from me?
What you actually should have said was, when you walk away, just realise the Wi-Fi is going to be working. Don't use it.
I
That
wanted
made me
so
cry
bad.
my eyes out.
After the 2 weeks she's had, I wanted so bad for her to hear that. I sent it to her in written form first, but I'm like, no, I need music behind this, and I need it, not a song, but spoken word. And
he kept
because
saying
I
to
know
me,
how to do what I do now, I got exactly what I wanted. Exactly. And
When-
the words are mine.
yeah, I said, do you actually write all this? And the thing is with me, or both of us, when we write something, I go, right, I've got this. And 90% of the time, we go, yep, and listen to it, right? And on this one, he wrote a couple of songs. And I went, look, I need to sit down and be able to listen to this properly. And he went, I want you to read it. And I was like, because I knew I didn't want to be like on the go because I'd miss it.
This is on her flight out, right?
And finally,
I believe that track got 2 fuck yous, I think, from her.
it did. It did. And that means it's good.
Oh,
right?
God. Yeah,
It's
we
not
said
like-
that
yeah.
before.
And I
So,
started listening to it and I was like,
this
what?
is us. This is who we are.
And this is what we share with you.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing fake or false about anything we do. We will talk about anything. As I have told my children, and I will tell anybody, I'm an open book. Yes, I've got things in my past that I'm not proud about, but I had a full mental health breakdown and I didn't even know I was having it.
You know, there's a part
But you have to forgive yourself first.
that letter, the song letter, servitude to others. That was a line in there because it's what we do. It doesn't cost a penny to brighten someone's day with a positive comment. It doesn't take rocket science or a college degree to see the checkout cashier having a rough day. You know what I mean?
And acknowledging it.
It doesn't take any schooling,
you know
teachings.
what?
You're either wired that way or you're not. And if you're not, you don't belong here. That's all I'm going to say.
But you know what?
And I've noticed some things happened are things are lessening. Ask me if I care. I don't care. I got my 2 people. Sorry, I spit. I got my 2 people. I told Beb, if we can resonate and get 2 people just to kind of think a lot and help, then we did our job. But we're so past that. And nothing's going to stop us. Because
No.
we are unstoppable. We've just proved it to you.
And people don't like it. And
It's true.
I spent a lifetime helping other people. The only person I never helped was myself. And I could tell anybody how to get out of any situation or how to deal with it or how to rationalise it, except my own. And you have to forgive yourself first. And to a degree, you have to forgive the other person because you feel it's not your fault, you're an idiot. No, I don't mean that, but, you know. But then you can move on. Life, we are human. We are not infallible.
You know, we were talking to our crew today. 3 guys.
Be careful.
The 3 guys
Be careful
built the deck.
what you say here.
How they connected to us. We're just good people. We have good hearts. We like to help people.
We try to be.
Even when I was broke, I still like to help people.
Yeah.
It's just who we are, you know, and it's a dying concept.
But you know what? You don't have to help it with money.
No.
Larry did this thing about the cashier. I did some work for a couple of supermarkets. The first thing you need to do is you need to raise their chairs. Because when people are getting checked out, they're looking down. The person sitting down, when you look down on someone, it makes you feel like you're higher. And without that cashier...
You have chairs? We don't have chairs
Yeah,
for
no.
checkout here.
I do, yeah. But without that cashier person, you can't walk out of the store without getting arrested, yeah? So that person has a service in your life. And all you have to be is nice and say, thank you, I really appreciate what you did.
I got your message, Caroline.
It doesn't cost anything to be nice.
And that's the thing. Listen to that one. Go to our page. Find that one where she's talking to the Chat GPT. I know it says flat Earth and NASA. Get that out of your head. Just forget it says that. And then I want you to listen to what that says. Because in my mind, I have lived 90% of that. I have not transitioned, but I have switched timelines. And I'll tell you why. Do you remember Shazam with John Michael, whatever, the guy from Home Improvement and Shaq? Not Shaq. Who is the other guy? The black guy.
I can barely remember.
Anyway, Fruit of the Loom. We're brainwashed, told there's no cornucopia. There was. The
That's the
monocle.
corn on the cob for the English people.
The monocle on the Monopoly
guy.
I
was
had
a Monopoly.
a Monopoly board from the 40s. It had a monocle.
I had one in the 70s, it had one on it.
So what I'm saying is
They're saying there's not one.
1999-ish, there was a shift. Some of us remember and some don't. And when Snopes and everybody else is telling you it never happened and you're looking at a VHS of the tape, there's something wrong.
The biggest one for me was
I get so passionate.
was the
I'm sorry.
Monopoly guy. Because he was like a business suit and he had a monocle. They're saying over here to people, it never happened. It did happen.
Same thing with Curious George. Never had a tail.
It was no different to Captain
All I'm
Bugwash.
saying is once you rise...
And when we talk about it, people go, what are you talking about? We're just saying, all we are saying, take all the transitioning, all those words, frequency, it's just suddenly you make a decision for yourself that something you want to do, whether it be lose weight, get fit, move house, whatever it is, you make that decision. When you do that, you will leave other people behind that want to lose weight but they haven't, want to stop smoking but they haven't, want to move house but they haven't. And when you actually make that decision and do it, you'll leave behind people, that were your neighbours or whatever, and then you'll get someone go,
But it's
look at
so
them, that big posh
much
house they've got.
more.
It is
than
more
that.
than that, but I'm bringing it down to
You go out
there.
and you look at the world and you see it for as it was created. You look at the news and you know that ain't right. That don't even make sense. Stop watching the news. 30 days. Get back with me. Because you know what you're going to say? I was right. And that's all I'm going to say. It's force-fed fear. Yeah, we're in Iran right now. Blah, 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 blah. All it is two people shoring up their penises, seeing who's bigger, and wasting money. And killing
that way. Their penises?
Once you see the world and the government and everything for what it is.
We saw how we was all manipulated. Now, this is not getting controversial.
No, we're not political.
COVID, you saw how we all did what they told us to do. I know for a fact there were actors involved, but I am not saying for 1 minute what they did was wicked and cruel.
And once you identify... Now, think about it. 5 years ago...
And it was an illness.
During COVID, we couldn't even say the word. We couldn't... I had a 9-year-old Facebook page deleted because I was trying to wake people up.
But we're not saying at any point...
You can say it.
Yeah, but we're not going to...
Oh! And now...
We're not going down the conspiracy
all the
theory.
side effects I talked about 5 years ago are now valid.
What I couldn't
all I'm
deal
saying
with
is...
was the fact that... Is it true? Is it a big experiment? But that they could sacrifice people. The working class have always been used. World War I, World War II, cannon fodder.
We were not created to be slaves.
No, we wasn't.
And once you research Tartaria and how the old world lived, and when the reset happened, and you question child labor in the early 1900s...
Don't go too deep, darling.
That's about as deep.
I know.
None of that is conspiracy.
All we're saying is live your life how you want to do it. Don't get influenced by media. Look what they do to pop stars, these kids. They build them up.
There you go.
They crash them down.
That's probably the best way to just describe the evil in
because
this
the
world.
media does that. Nobody else. All of a sudden you like somebody, now you don't like them because the media stick stuff into you.
So we are not going to get political.
We're not political. We're not anything else. But what we're asking you to do...
We do live in the truth.
Follow your dreams. That is it. Because why? That leads into our last song,
because
baby.
It's true. If you dream it, you feel it. If you feel it, you believe it. If you believe it, you achieve it. And the hardest part is rising with it. And that means going with the flow, baby.
And rising with it means doing it. You've achieved what you want to do and then actioning what you've done.
That's right.
Whether you've lost weight, whatever it is. I want to lose weight because of this. I want to stop smoking because then I can do that. You
She's
stop
pretty,
smoking,
but she
you've got
talks
to do
a lot.
it.
We'll be back right after this.
I thought you...
Listening to the BLT Show with Bev and Tez on Tez FM.
I've been changing faster than I recognize. New skin, same heart, unfamiliar eyes. I broke a few rules I swore I'd keep. Found my courage hiding under sleep. I don't miss who I was, but I'm not her yet. Standing in the space between fear and bed.
I see you clearer every time you doubt. This isn't breaking, it's the way out. You don't need answers, just room to breathe. You're becoming what you already believe.
I won't pull you forward, won't hold you back. Just walk beside you through every crack. change and lose my way.
What if that's how you learn to stay?
Growth feels lonely till it's shared. Then suddenly it's everywhere.
If you dream it,
You can feel it.
if you feel it,
You believe it. If you believe it, you achieve it. If you achieve it, you rise with it. Twin flames not burning out, burning true. Same spark, higher frequency too. We don't shout, we don't prove, we rise. And others feel it too. I don't need saving, I just need time to trust this voice that sounds like mine.
and I don't need fixing you to stay.
Love grows best when it's given space. Dream it, feel
All right. What'd you say? JP?
Okay, so please, base that last thing keeps going around my brain. All we are saying about is please be yourself.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to Elaine Newlands, Laney, for being with me
We
today.
didn't even get to talk about next week.
Next week,
Or maybe we'll do it
I
impromptu.
was somewhere today,
Yeah.
and the somewhere I was today, I am doing on my own.
Bit overwhelmed.
It is very overwhelming. Elaine, who is a best friend of mine, I had a couple different ways of being best friends, and something happened. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, but things change. And
I was so
what
blessed.
Elaine done for me today,
Yeah.
I will never ever forget to the day I die.
When she came out the first time to show me the dress where they had pulled and, to tighten it up. And I saw Elaine was on the phone with her, and I was like, oh my God. It just warmed my heart because I was making posts. I'm like, in America, parents of the bride pay for the wedding because you're going to take care of everybody for the rest of his life, blah, blah, blah. They're supposed to have a team around them, the bride. And
And I've had no one.
she had no one. Just her. I'm the only guy.
Because I thought I could do it on my own, as usual.
No, you didn't.
No, I
you
didn't. No, I
Not
didn't.
even. No, that's not the case. The bottom line is,
And when I'm saying things, and Elaine's going, well, no, she's right. And I'm going, all right. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, am I? And I got married the first time in black in Vegas. 4 minutes, 26 seconds to get in. That's 40 years to get out.
yeah.
And I've never actually done a wedding. We went off and got married, and it is overwhelming how much stuff you have to do. And me being me, I'm like, I want to look after this, and I have to make sure everything's right. And I'm glad the way that this works out with Elaine and I.
She saw the deck today with the fence up, the guardrails and stuff, and she's like, now I can see it. She couldn't see it before, which is odd because this woman's so creative. She can see anything in a blank canvas.
No,
but
what it was,
the way Bradley did
I
the
was
deck.
trying to do a 3D. I used to draw 3D drawings when I used to value houses, floor plans. I was involved in when I first started doing floor plans in real estate or estate.
To the
agency.
point, the deck.
But I couldn't draw it. And I was sitting there going, why can't I three-dimensionalise this? Because it was so far out, nothing was squaring up.
Right. It was just
And I
frame.
couldn't see it.
And it was horrible the way the first
And
guy
this
started.
deck now, you can't even tell it's raised up.
No. It looks like it's
It's
just
like-
floor.
Good 6 foot above the
It
ground.
doesn't shake, doesn't wobble. It's like walking on
It's just like it's
concrete.
always been there. And, it has been tough. But today,
All right.
Elaine,
We had a great
Thank
day.
you.
So thank all of you. We'll see you next Tuesday at the very
excuse
latest.
me. Why are we?
Yeah, why?
We'll see you a week from today.
Always. Unless you all want to change. Tuesdays at 6. You can always catch it
We're
later.
talking about doing a Sunday show.
When you show up to Alive, we will call you out, say hi. If you don't, we understand. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook. You catch up.
But
when you
please, put your comments, put your
can. Comments
questions.
help us.
Help us, because you don't want to keep listening about me and him. We're
That's right.
boring.
All right, we're going to say goodbye.
But tonight,
We love
Lowy, you won't be.
Something always happens on the way out of this studio, though. I'll catch
It
you up
always
tomorrow.
does. We're ordering pizza, by the way, just to let you know.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, 3 Macy's. I've had some meat tonight.
On that note, we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
You know we love you, right? We do.
Thank you.
See you next time.